Hello students, I am Dr. Shrikant Bause, Assistant Professor at Department of Advanced Management Studies, GS College of Commerce, Wardha. With the adoption of LPG, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization in 1991 and 1992, the Indian markets, whether they may be capital markets or the manufacturing markets, started witnessing the influence of multinational corporations and global companies. Even Indian companies also started making their marks in international markets in different nations. With this concept, thousands of companies entered in Indian market which are having base in foreign. When the foreign company is entering in domestic market, it requires the liquidity in the form of currency, because you need local currency for local operation and foreign currency for foreign operations. This led to the emergence of currency exchanges and currency markets in India. What is currency derivative? There are broadly two types of derivatives: futures and options. In currency derivatives, we will first understand that what is currency futures. Currency future is nothing but exchanging one currency for another. Let's make it simple by an example. Suppose you want to visit US. In US, you will require dollar for paying your bills or buying anything. At that time, what you will do? You will convert your rupees into dollars. In the same way, if some person or any company is coming to India for job or for selling its products, at that time they will have to sell dollars and buy rupees for paying bills in India. So this is called as the exchange of currencies. Here we have taken an example of US dollar versus Indian rupees. When we are talking about the currency futures, remember the rates of currencies keeps fluctuating with respect to time. It completely depends on a single factor, that is demand and supply. We know very well that US dollar is considered as the global currency because US is a superpower nation and its dollar is having highest liquidity all across the globe. When any currency is traded against the US dollar, it gets highest form of liquidity. As the name said, currency futures, here there will be two prices. First one is the spot price, which is current market price of rupees or dollar or any other currency, and the future price, which may be after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months and 5 months likewise. If the contract is of 1 month, it is called as the same month contract. For example, this is now October. If you are buying the future contract of currency of month October, it will be termed as same month contract. If you are buying the November month contract, at that time it is termed as next month contract. If you are buying a December month contract, at that time it is termed as the far month contract. So same month, next month and far month contract. So these contracts are traded with respect to the spot price and the future price. Here we are having two types of probabilities. First one is the long future and second one is the short future. For simplicity, let's take one example. Suppose the Indian company imports some material from US. At that time, it will have to pay in dollar. Then, in the same way, if that company thinks that the prices of dollar are going to rise in near future, what that company will do? That company will buy the future contract of dollar, that is long future. When you are bullish, where you are optimistic, when you think that the prices will appreciate, at that time you will buy the future, that is called as the long future. If a company or if a trader thinks that the prices of dollar will go down, at that time they will sell the future contract. It is called as the short future. When you are bullish, you will buy, that is long future. When you are bearish, you will sell, that is short future. Now it completely depends on a particular company, its analyst or a particular speculator, whether to go long or whether to go short. Next is the options, that is currency options. Here are also there are two things. First one is the call option and second one is the put option. If you are bullish that the prices will go up, you will buy the call option of dollar. If you are thinking that prices will go low, you will buy the put option of dollar. Exactly opposite of this, when you can buy, you can also sell. If you are thinking that the prices of dollar are going to go down, at that time you can short the call option. In the same way, if you are thinking that the prices of dollar will go up, at that time you can short the put option. So here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4 probabilities, and in addition to them you can also go exactly opposite of this. It means that we are having complete 8 probabilities. Next one is the currency pairs. These are the currency pairs in India. Here, because in India the domestic currency is rupees, we are having the 4 major currency pairs on Indian currency exchanges. These are dollar versus rupees, that is US dollar versus rupees. Second one is the euro versus rupees. Next is the yen versus rupees, and last is the pound versus rupees. As we all know that dollar belongs to United States. If Indian company is dealing with any US company, say Amazon, Amazon will take away its profits from India by selling rupees and converting that rupees into dollars. So this is the simple example how the prices fluctuates. Second is the euro versus rupees. Euro is common for complete Europe. It may be Germany, it may be France, it may be Spain. All these countries will trade with respect to the euro. If any Indian company is dealing with European countries, it will have to make its adjustment according to euro and rupees prices. Next one is the Japanese yen. Take a simple example of Honda. Honda is selling its bikes and its four-wheelers in India. When it is taking away its profits from India, it will have to convert rupees into yen. At that time, it will sell rupees and it will buy yen. Last but not the least, that is GBP, Great Britain Pound. When you are dealing with a Britain company, United Kingdom's company, at that time you will have to adjust your positions with respect to the prices of Great Britain Pound and rupees. So these are the four dominant currency pairs in Indian currency exchange. Now what are the applications of currency derivatives? First one is to hedge against foreign exchange risk. Just for instance, if Amazon is making a profit of 10,000 crore rupees and if the prices of rupees goes down, at that time Amazon, when it will convert its rupees into dollar, will have to monitor the fluctuations and it will considerably affect its profits. Now, when you are importer or exporter, it matters a lot that a single rupee fluctuation may affect your profits significantly. So, to hedge against the foreign exchange risk, the currency derivatives are used. Take an example of hedging. Suppose you are importing from US and you will have to pay after 1 month in terms of dollar. If the prices of dollar goes up, at that time you will have to pay more rupees for buying the dollar and paying after 1 month. At that time, what you will do? At that time you will buy the currency future contract. That is, if the prices of dollar goes up, at that time you will make profits on long future and you will make loss because you will make loss on the spot because you will have to pay more prices, but that loss will be compensated by your currency future contract on which you are long. So this is complete hedge. Suppose you are exporter. If you are selling your goods to US, at that time if you are receiving payment after 1 month and if the prices of dollar goes down, at that time you will have to pay the losses. So what the exporter will do? Exporter will short the currency future contract. If the prices of currency goes down, they will make profits in the short future, that is short currency future, and on the spot they will incur losses, but that loss will be completely compensated by the short future and it will be an hedge. So this is also used for hedging against the foreign exchange risk by the importers and the exporters. Second one is the for taking benefits of price variations, that is speculating. We all know that dollar is one of the most strongest currency in the world. If there is any geopolitical tension with respect to India, the prices of dollar are going to get high. At that time, what speculator can do? speculator can buy the call option of US dollar. Speculator can buy the future of currency. Now imagine if the prices of dollar are 70 rupees per dollar. If the prices goes up by 5 rupees, you will make 5 rupees profits on a single dollar. So this is called as the speculating. In the same way, if you are anticipating that the prices of dollar are going to get down, at that time you can short the dollar at 75 rupees and you can cover it at 70 rupees. It will also make you a profit of 5 rupees. This is complete speculation. Next one is for benefiting from price differences, that is arbitraging. Suppose the prices of dollar in the spot market is 70 rupees and in the future market it is 70 rupees, 71 rupees. What you can do? You can buy at 70 rupees in the spot market and you can sell at 71 rupees in the future market. This is the price differential between spot market and the future market. Exactly opposite of this, you can short at 71 and you can simultaneously buy at 70 rupees. It will also yield you a profit of 1 rupees. Next one is the swap. This is nothing but the exchange of cash flows between two companies of different nations. If Microsoft is operating in India and Infosys is operating in US, how swap can work? Infosys will agree to pay the interest rates of Microsoft in India in rupees and Microsoft will agree to pay interest of Infosys in US in dollars. In this way, the notional amount will be paid by both Infosys in India itself and Microsoft in US itself. So, their foreign exchange risk will get minimized. So, this is called as the swap. Remittances. Suppose any person is working in abroad. At that time, that person will earn money in the forms of foreign currency. If he wish to send his money in India, that will be converted in Indian rupees and it will be termed as the remittances. Next one is the leveraging. If you are trading into currency future or currency option, you get great leverage. That is only by paying 10% upfront margin, you can initiate your position of remaining 90%. This is called as the leveraging. Here, the importers, exporters, traders, that is buyers and sellers, arbitrageurs, hedgers, use all the currency derivatives for their benefits. It is having highest liquidity because it is currency. Prices depends on n number of factors. There may be geopolitical factors, there may be liquidity factors, there may be stock market influences, commodities influences, so on and on. They are operating 24/7 in the world markets and having the huge volume. Currency markets are having the volume highest in the world. So this is all about the currency derivatives and its applications. Thank you.